if you guys can hear me. Let me turn up the audio a little bit. All right. How's that? I think that's a little bit better. All right, let me start over. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. If you're catching a replay, welcome and leave your thoughts down below. Quick question for you. And I have some reasons why and what I'm thinking about. Do you think it'll be beneficial to you if I got a different brand embroidery machine on the channel? What are your thoughts? Put your thoughts in the comments right now. I want to hear what everybody's thinking and what your opinions are. I think it would be beneficial. The reason is because I think you guys know by now that I'm probably one of the most influential people on YouTube when it comes to embroidery machines. And I think that my authenticity and what I've been able to do throughout the course of me having the single needle machines and multi needle machines, I think I've pretty much earned everybody's trust, rightfully so, because I told you guys from the beginning that my honest opinions about the machines, despite what I saw people complaining about online. And everything that I thought still stands. I still stand by it to this day, from day one to right now. So I think I'm at the point where I do want to explore the functionality of other machines and seeing what they can do and what the differences are and things like that. So my question to you is, would it be weird, or what would you think, or do you think I should get a different brand embroidery machine, just one, just to test it out? And I also want to know why. I want to know why also. So tell me yes or no, and tell me why. So Levite Apparel says, shout out to Levite Apparel. Thank you so much for coming in, sir. Yes, it's good to have a different brand to show different machines are exactly the same. It's all on the operator error. Interesting perspective, Levite. Appreciate that. So Levite says, using OBS now. No, I'm not using OBS. I do have OBS. Oh, by the way, exciting news. OBS is now available for Mac. So I did download OBS recently on my Mac, but Kim Gibson Franklin says good afternoon. P Haddad, hello. T Thomas, hello. Thank you so much for joining in. And Christine says hello. Thank you so much for joining in. And she added Poochcraft Creations. Come on in, Poochcraft Creations. Where are you? So Christine, yeah, you said yes, but why? Why? And P. Hayden says, yes, because everyone can't afford the higher end models. Now, P. Hayden, can you answer me this question? Do you think that Ricoma is a high end model embroidery machine for embroidery machines? Is Ricoma a high end model? And diversity is always good. Kim Gibson's Franklin says, and I'm asking you guys this question because exactly the reasons why what y'all are saying. I'm not going to tell you the brand yet, but you guys suggest some brands for me. Christine says, which machine? And you guys have to wait and see. But not saying that I'm going to do it, right? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I'm just trying to get some differences of opinions and some suggestions. Why? Also, why you guys are answering yes. Why should I? And Andre said, great idea. Just show how versatile you are with different machines. That's what Andre says. I like that. I like that a lot. And here's P. Haddon. She said yes, because everybody can't afford the high-end machine. So P. Haddon, like I said, is Ricoma considered a high-end machine? Kim Gibson says genome. You think I should get a genome? I might have to pass on the genome, only because let's see how much a genome is. How do I even look that up? Who sells genome? And we're not talking about single needles. I'm talking about multi-needle machines. So let me go on Google. I should have connected another screen on here. Matter of fact, can I connect another screen on here real fast? Let me see how good I am on the fly. I don't think I'm that good, but we'll see. Do I have any wires over here that can help me with these capabilities? I got so many wires around. No, I do not. I do not. Don't think I do. Wait. Where's my other phone? Is it here? Are we going to be able to do this? MB4, yes. Okay, I'm going to look that machine up. Real fast. Not necessarily. Most models start at 5K. Joe G says, that's BS. Tajima blows Ricoma out of the water, and no chance Ricoma has high-end model. I never had issues on a Tajima that I'm having on my Ricoma. Okay, Joe, I'm going to have to call BS on that, and I'll tell you why. I'm calling BS on what you're saying because I have experience with Tajimas, and they're not all that. They're not all that. It all boils down to user error. So if you're having issues on a Ricoma MT1502 that you're not having on your Tajima, let me first ask you this question. How many heads is your Tajima? Is your Tajima 2 head? And so I told the story before. I'll tell it one more time for those people that never heard it before. I ran a Tajima, a 2-head Tajima, the new model with the feature where you wave your hand in front of it and it automatically stops for safety. Had a bunch of different features, but all the features weren't related to producing a quality embroidered product, right? And we're strictly talking about machines where you adjust the tension yourself. And I was not impressed. And I kept on having thread breaks on the Tajima, right? And I'm not saying that the Tajima machine I'm on was trash. It was the newest model at the time, and it was fine. But what I experienced was my Tajima, at the time, I had just bought my MT2002 8S, the 2-head Ricoma machine with the 8S panel. At the time, when I ran that Tajima machine, I felt as though 100% full transparency, right hand up, I felt like that 2-head Tajima machine ran no better than my Ricoma. As a matter of fact, I argue and say my MT2002 8S ran better than that 2-head Tajima machine. That's my personal experience. I'm not talking about, hypotheticals, or I'm talking from personal experience. So my personal experience is Tajimas do not run better than Ricomas. They run the same. So you can speak to your personal experience. That's fine. It's valid. Everybody's entitled to share their experience. So your experience is definitely valid, but my experience is just as valid. I ran it, wasn't impressed. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to see plenty of shops that are running Tajimas right next to Ricomas. And finished products, we're talking about me getting a different machine on the channel, but we're not machine hopping or machine bashing or anything like that. We're just trying to give a different perspective so that you guys can make a better decision, or make a more informed decision rather than just hearsay. Because hearsay is exactly that. It's hearsay. And a lot of people talk, and nobody shows. So I think it's valuable for people to show. And this Tajima argument, I think, is BS. That's all I'm going to say about that. Not necessarily. Most models start around 5,500. Okay. Also, the MB7. Let me see what this MB7 thing looks like. I call BS on the Tajima. guys. That's just my honest opinion. MB7 Genome. Oh, oh, okay. Jeez. Okay. I might have to pass on that, guys. This MB7, from what I'm seeing, it's the equivalent of an EM1010. It's $5,000, equivalent of an EM1010. So this is my take on this. I'm looking at the machine right now. You guys can check it out online. On Amazon, it's $4,999. Let me add it to cart just for giggles and see how much for shipping and stuff like that. All right. So free delivery. So $5,000. $5,000 out the door. You get a genome, right? And how many needles is that? I guess the MB7 stands for 7 needles. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 needles. Okay, so at the point that I am in my embroidery journey, I cannot advise. I'm just not interested in this machine. That's just honest. I'm just not interested in it, because for $2,000 more, you can get a machine that's going to last you longer and that's going to be industrial. This machine right here, this genome machine, it looks like a toy, to be honest. It looks like a toy. From my visual perspective, it looks like the very, very beginner stages, bare bones basic. And for it to be what it is, as I'm looking at it, it just, you can get a better build machine used off of Facebook Marketplace, or you can spend $2,000 more and get a commercial machine, and it'll last a lot longer. Not saying that this genome machine won't last, but it just looks like a toy. Not saying that it wouldn't be good to start off with if this is what you had within your budget, but I am seeing on Facebook Marketplace used EM1010s. They're probably, it's a 10 needle, so already you're getting more needles, and it's beefier, so you're most likely going to get a larger embroidery area. So once you're transitioning from single needle to multi-needle, I think the bare minimum should be EM1010 or Racoma Creator or something like that. You know, that's what I think, because this is just too low end. All right. So this is not going to be an option for me. Maybe Tajima, I don't know. So I can show you guys the real facts. You know, you should try some Amazon machines. Also, it has links that will pay for affiliates. That's what Levite suggests. Levite, that's a very valid reason to consider. Maybe the genome, right? Eighth Wonder Apparel says, I was looking at ZSK for a second machine. I believe you have the skills to turn out a lot of product and make more money. Yes. Now, I can't say that ZSK has not tweaked my curiosity. So ZSK would be, from what I've observed, I haven't had any personal experience. I've only seen, and they look impressive. I'm not going to lie. Those machines do look impressive. Tajimas don't look impressive to me. They look like the equivalent of the Racoma MT1501. And I've embroidered on them. I've used them. It's no difference to me. Just my humble opinion. ZSK? But they cost a lot of money. ZSKs are very expensive. So, yeah, maybe that's a possibility. All right. Joel says he has a 2-head Tajima as well as a 2-head Racoma. Like I said, Joe, your opinion is 100% valid. That's the experience that you've had, but the experiences I had, I can only speak for myself in the experience I had. And to me, wasn't impressive. What about Melco? Christine says, what about Melco? I always think about Melco. Melco could be a consideration as well. You know, I'll consider Melco. They have the machine with the automatic tension, right? Automatic tension system. That would be dope. Hey guys, Melco, if you're watching this, listen. Hey, referring to the Melco Summit. Yes, the one with the screen. Yes, the one that has a brain, not the one that doesn't have a brain. Yes. Very valid. I could heavily consider that. Yeah. But I will say this also. As far as Melco is concerned, I can't speak for the Summit, but the other machines, stitch quality, right? I don't see a huge difference. Once I got my, listen, when I tweak my record, listen, this is what I want you guys to understand. And this is what I want you guys to think about moving forward. For those, especially those of you guys who don't have any experience with any machine. It all boils down to how much money you're willing to spend to embroider the same shit. Meaning, for those of you guys on the on the more economy size bus, right? If I embroider a hat, you embroider a hat on your ZSK, you embroider a hat on your Melco, you embroider a hat on a Jacoma, on your Jacome, I embroider a hat on my Racoma, it's still a $20 hat. All right? So don't get it twisted. It's not going to create this magnificent, super pristine product that deserves a super higher price tag. It's just not. It's just not. Look around online and see what people are selling. And as a customer, ask yourself, I know a lot of you guys have embroidered products at home that you've bought commercially. Have you ever went into a store and the final decision of your purchase, you asked the salesperson, this is a nice hat. I want to buy this. How much is it? And you made your decision up on this answer. You asked the salesperson, what machine was this embroidered in? What machine did you use to embroider this? Or what machine did the manufacturer embroider this on? Nobody ever asked that question. So does it really matter? The answer is no, it doesn't matter. So for those of you guys wanting to start a business and are looking to make money, the machine, let's be fully transparent, the machine that you embroider on does not matter. It all boils down to, do you want to spend $50,000 on a single head, or do you want to spend $6,000 on a single head, and we're all going to embroider the same hat and sell it for the same price? Perspective. All right, let's move on. Okay, so I guess to you it's a toy, but I have been using my MB for over 10 years. I will upgrade when I get to your level. That's for the feedback. Okay, that's a good perspective, Kim. See, I have no experience with the Genome 4, and you've been using your Genome 4 for over 10 years. So that's good feedback for all of us. So your Genome has lasted 10 years, and that's magnificent. So let me ask you a question. Have you done full back embroidery? I'm just asking, I want to know the limitations of the machine. Have you done hats on it? I know it can do flats. I know it can do left chest. I know it can, like, what's the embroidery area? Like, what's the largest? Can you do full back? Let me check Amazon and see, just from my own personal knowledge, if it says what the embroidery area is. I think it says, oh, 20 by 14 inch embroidery area. Do I have a ruler or tape measure anywhere near here? Of course not. Of course I don't have a tape measure when I need one. Of course I don't. I want to show you guys what that embroidery area looks like. Okay, so it says 20 by 14. So about this is a foot. 2 more inches, 14. That's good enough for full back by 20. So if this is a foot, then about this is 20. See how janky this is? But keep in mind, when embroidering, you're not getting the full 20 inches. So you're going to get that 20 turns into about 17 to be safe. Nice enough size embroidery area, I guess. But that's good information. Kim, very valid information. I appreciate you for that. So she's been embroidering on hers for over 10 years. That's good information. Thank you for sharing that. Thanks for the feedback. I've been using my, yeah, cool. Got it. What are your thoughts on Happy Japan machine? Okay, I don't have any personal experience with Happy Japan machines, but they look like they can embroider. They look like they can embroider. And this goes back to what I said. It all boils down to how much money you're willing to spend to embroider the same stuff. So with that being said, Happy machines look like they can embroider. So you get $20 for your hat. I get $20 for my hat. Right? They look like they work. Fine. Right? I've never touched one. I've never embroidered on one. So I've seen them at the trade show. So I don't have any personal experience with one, is what I'm saying. But they look like they work fine. That's my thoughts about it. Yeah. So maybe I might get a Happy. Maybe I might get a Happy. All right. So Bad Brad says, I have a buy, and while cheaper, it embroiders very well. Bad Brad, very interesting. Now, I've been seeing a lot of buys online, and I see people producing some good looking stuff with buy machines. So buys look like they can embroider. Buy gets $20. Melco gets $20. Happy gets $20. Tajima gets $20. ZSK gets $20. Same hat. You guys following? All right, let's move on. Let's see. Did anyone guess buy? A-Dubb, you're the reason I realized my skills and knowledge of my buy multi-needle is what dictates the quality of work. Bing, 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 bing. We have a winner. Psalms 91. Look at that. You get it. You get it. Do we want a machine chase or do we want to make some money here? So, let me keep on reading some comments here because I need you guys' help in determining what machine should I get next for the channel, and if I should even get another machine for the channel, and why do you think I should get another machine for the channel? No can do full back, and I can do hats. So Kim can do hats on her machine as well as full back. So 14 by 20 is good enough for full backs, according to Kim Gibson, who's been working her Genome multi-needle for over 10 years. Good information. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, I have reason I'm not afraid to maintain my buy machine. Okay. So in the comments, guys, please, everybody has a multi-machine. Type in the comments what machine you have, what machines you own. Like what brand? Just say ZSK, Buy, Barron, Racoma, whatever, Melco. Buy machines. Do you have any opinion on buy machines? Okay. So I think I just went over that. Buy machines look like they can embroider. Buy gets $20. Right? Everybody gets $20, or if you want to sell your hats for $25, it's the same. I've seen people online embroidering beautiful things with buy machines. So, boom. You can run your business on that. That's my opinion, because I've never used one. I've never touched one. I only see what I've saw online. And that's only opinion I can, that's not a salad. I don't have a valuable enough opinion on that machine. I don't have an opinion that's as valid as somebody who uses the machine on a day-to-day basis. And you guys that have the buy machines can give a better opinion than me because I don't own one. I've never put my hands on it. And from what I'm hearing and from what I've seen online, they embroider just fine. All right, so let's move on. I use Pro EMB machines. I have I guess that says a single head and two head. I do hats, flats, fullback, 12 and 15 needle machines. Dope. Never heard of Pro EMB machines. Let me look it up. I had my, let me see what that looks like. Boom. Not that it matters. All of them look the same, kind of, sort of. Pro EMB embroidery machine. Oh, I've typed in Pro WB. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that looks like, you know what that looks like? These look like, is that a Smart Stitch? These look like SWD machines. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you, JSMS. My next one will be a buy for cost reasons alone. I need good work from it, so I know it can do it, and I will make it sing. That's all that matters. As long as you get it. As long as you can get it to sugar, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. As long as you can get that machine to All right, so Psalms has a buy. I see a Pro EMB, Racoma MT1501, none looking for suggestions. Give P. Haddon a suggestion, guys. EM1010, that's a Racoma, Smart Stitch. Hey, A-Dubb and chat, I've been looking at Smart Stitch, no machine or embroidery experience yet. All right, so what is the reason why you're looking at a Smart Stitch? Is it because the price? Is it because you saw people using it? What's the reason why you've been looking at the Smart Stitch machine? Ron, I need to know. I'm just curious. Racoma 20 needle, Chinese Alibaba machine. Did that Chinese Alibaba machine have a name? Hey, Chantel, what do you think of the Smart Stitch? So Levite says, sir, another machine would be genius. People can now ask your comparison or argue with you on which one they think is best. Oh, sir, another machine would be genius. Okay. MT1501, love it. I'd have to agree with you, Carla. Currently running a Racoma TC1501. Price and saw people using it. Okay, so Ron is a prime example. She's seen people using the Smart Stitch machine, and she's been thinking about it because she's seen, obviously, quality product. If not, she wouldn't be looking at it. So guess what? Judging by what she's saying, it's swaying her to look at the Smart Stitch machine. So I'm assuming that Smart Stitch machines, they get $20 for a hat. You following here? There we go. All right. So I love it. I purchased in November 2024, Chantel Robinson. Try a Japanese made machine, Barrett or Tajima or Happy. That's what Latoya says. All of those are heavily in consideration. Barrett, Tajima, or Happy. Interesting. Now, why? You got to tell me why. You got to tell me why, Latoya. And Latoya, also, you have to list which machine you own. What machines do you have, Latoya? And I want to know why you're suggesting to try Japanese machines. Are they superior? Do they yield a product that gets more than $20 for the same design that we're going to embroider? I know the answer to that always. It's no, but I'm just curious to why. Why should I consider a Japanese, either Barrett and Tajima or Happy Japan? Why, Latoya? Levite says, thanks to you, I have an EM1010 embroidery machine. Levite, are you using your machine yet, sir? Or are you still scared of it? Is it still just like sitting there? I hope you gotten on your EM1010. So yeah, a lot of people have these machines and they don't use them. Andre Glenn says, what's up? What's going on, Andre Glenn? Yo, Veterans Day just passed. Thank you so much for your service, sir. And everybody else that is a veteran out there, Veterans Day just passed. Thank you for your service. I myself am a veteran also. Thank me for my service. Andre Glenn is on Facebook. The rest of you guys are on YouTube. So I'm waiting for Latoya to answer that question. Latoya, you got a few more moments because I'm going to end this live and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I'm going to go live again. So, but I want to talk to you guys about something different. But Latoya, I'll give you a few more moments to answer before I get off of this live. But I just wanted to get you guys' opinion. For those of you guys catching the replay, what machine, if at all, should I get? Do you guys want to see on the channel, and why? So far, I love my EM1010. There's a lot of people that got Racoma machines. So far, it seems like, who's winning? I don't know. I'm gonna go back and count it up and see what machines people are recommended I should get. And then I'm gonna heavily consider the ones that you guys are saying. I got one for Jijima, one for Genome, which is interesting. And I think somebody suggested Bai and Melco. I'm not sure. I got to go back and read the comments. Levi says, I've used it. I've had problems and I've done videos on how to fix issues. That's dope. On his EM1010. Latoya says, I purchased a Barrett Pro 3 due to the hats. What does that mean, due to the hats? Does this design embroidered on a Barrett machine mean it costs more than the hat embroidered on the Racoma machine? I think not, but according to you, I'm not sure. I got to let you speak for yourself. I purchased a Barrett machine Pro 3 due to the hats. I'm not sure what that means, due to the hats. What does that mean, guys? Does it embroider hats better? What does due to the hats mean? I want to see the Melco. Family Business TV says, I want to see the Melco. Herb says, you know, Racoma, you should definitely get another brand. Yes. That's what this is all about. Herb. Smart Stitch 1501. Ron wants me to get the Smart Stitch. Okay, DJ Kev says, Barrett, definitely not for caps. This is interesting. Okay, DJ Kev 101. Why is Barrett definitely not for caps? See, we're getting a little spicy here. Let's get spicy. DJ Kev, have you had experience with Barrett's? Do they suck doing caps? Very interesting. Enjoy my Pro EMBs. Oh, better cap frames. Okay. So you're saying they're better for caps? Because what you said, Barrett, definitely not for caps. that's a little confusing there. It's definitely confusing. Due to the Richardson hats. Latoya, I embroider Richardson's just fine on my Racoma machine. I've done 3D puff on Richardson's with my Racoma machine. I've embroidered through a Timberland boot on my Racoma machines, meaning to say, if I can embroider a Timberland boot on my Racoma machine, surely a Richardson hat is not a problem. So the thing about Richardson hats that people are saying certain machines can't do them, that's false. All machines can do them. It's just a little slightly more structured hat. But like I said, I punctured and embroidered on a Timberland boot and a thick leather belt with my Racoma machine. So a Richardson hat is not a problem. I've embroidered on Richardson hats. So that's not a issue. Oh, I didn't say not. Oh, right. That's my dyslexia. Look, Barrington, definitely for the caps. Bro, DJ Kev, I apologize. I swear, sometimes I see things, my brain just wants the drama. I guess my brain just wants the drama. I'm seeing things that's not there. Look, I can own up to when I'm wrong. So yeah, better cap frames and better for hats. Okay, that's what you say about the Barrington. DJ Richardson has. Read it right. I just read it right, bro. I just read it right. Yes, better for caps. Okay, I got you. Can't wait to see you demo the new machine. That's what Kim says. What's your budget for the new machine? Okay, so this is my thing, right? I am not willing to spend an astronomical amount that doesn't make sense, right? So, for example, how much is a new ZSK? Let me Google that. Let me Google that. Google.com. What's the most expensive machine, guys? What's the most expensive single needle embroidery machine? In the comments. How much is a new ZSK multi-needle embroidery? This is stupid. Hey Siri, how much is a brand new ZSK embroidery machine? Siri's not talking to me. Siri, can you talk, please? Oh, stupid. Oh my gosh, so dumb. Hey Siri. Oh my gosh. How much is a brand new ZSK multi-needle embroidery machine? Brings up search answers but doesn't. Oh my gosh, this is such a letdown on technology. Sale, ZSK Sprint 8, single needle embroidery machine. You guys can help me in the comments. This is why I don't like a lot of these machines. Like, they have no prices on the website. Sucks. I can't stand that. That annoys me so much. Like, why do you not have prices on your website? So I say my budget is like $18,000. There's not a need to spend any more than that to embroider the same hat. So I embroider through my finger bone on my Racoma machine. Ouch. That sounds like it hurt. Herb embroidered through his finger bone. Herb, before you press start or before you press the scissors cut button, you have to move your finger, bro. And you can't have anybody else around you tinkering with the screen while you're tinkering around under the needles, bro. Gosh, I've done the same thing before. Not down to the bone, but to the white meat. Yes, I've done it before. So I can see how you made that mistake. Yeah. As DJ Kev 101, Barrington has a better cap frames. Interesting. Okay. How much is a brand new Barrington, guys? I want to know, how much is a brand new Baradin? Baradin has a large field of space than other machines. You read too fast. I probably do. So what is that field of space, though? It has a large field of space, but what exactly are the dimensions? Because unless we know exactly what the dimensions are, Smart Dish Homie, they have lots of videos and easy to talk to. Baradin are Japanese made, not like Chinese machines. What does that mean? What does that mean? Listen, where does it say that Japanese machines or Japanese technology is superior to Chinese technology? Last time I checked, China had best technology in the world as far as everything is concerned. Better trains, better cars, better everything as far as technology is concerned. I've never, Japanese probably does have some good technology, but when I look on YouTube, last time I checked, BYD is like the best car that you can get. Well, we can't get it because we're in the US, but Baradin are Japan made, not like a Chinese machine. Obviously, a Chinese machine is not Japan made, right? But what are you trying to say? All right, let's have a talk. I am tired of and cannot stand when people hypocritically say, and I'll tell you why I say hypocritically say in a second. I can't stand when people hypocritically say that anything that's made in Chinese is junk. The majority of things that we use on a daily basis are made in Chinese. So it just irks my bones when you guys say Chinese is not good. Oh, Chinese. You can go to China and in a factory get bad quality stuff and get good quality stuff. I'm quite sure you can get I'm quite sure there's stuff in Japan that's bad quality as well as good quality. I'm quite sure this machine right here, this streaming device right here, Chinese made and constructed. The majority of products that we use on a daily basis were made in China, guys. So this Chinese bad quality thing is a myth. It's BS. So I can't go for it. I can't go for it. I don't subscribe to that because it's garbage. It's garbage. That's the cars in the United States that they're selling now that have all the engine problems. Huh? Or what are we doing here? What are we talking about? Anyway, you can definitely get a multi-head buy for the price of a single head Racoma. That's a fact. I've seen the prices. That's interesting. That's interesting, Herb. Okay. So, Tajima are beasts. Okay, DJ Kev. Okay. I can understand why you would say that because you probably got your Tajima dialed in. It sounded like so hey. All right, finally, look. Have tried SWF brand. I've never tried a SWF machine. Never tried a SWF machine before. Guys, who here has noticed this, right? This annoys me too. Have you ever seen people on YouTube make a video with a specific brand machine and say, oh, this machine is great. This technology is so nice. It's so good. I highly recommend this. And then a few months later, they have another brand multi-needle single head machine. And they said, oh, I can't stand that machine that I talked about before. This machine is now great. And this machine is now the one to get. Have you guys ever saw that before on YouTube? I have. And that annoys the crap out of me. Don't tell me that one brand is great when you just got it and then come back a couple months later and tell me that something else is great. Two things can be great at one time. One thing can be good for one reason or the other, and the other one can be good for another reason or the other. You don't have to just like one thing, right? Because like I said, at the end of the day, it all boils down to how much money you're willing to spend to embroider the same $20 hat. Am I lying? As we've experienced on this live stream right here, there are people with many different types of machine, all satisfied with their machines. So are we making money, or are we just like fan clubbing machines? What do we want to do here? What's the objective here? We trying to make money? For those of you guys that go hard for machine, I hope you got stock. I hope you got stock in that company. I hope you're getting money for this. I don't know. ZSKs are expensive because to attachments like chenille, sequence, and cording. So when you say expensive, how much are they? And do all ZSKs do chenille? Do all ZSKs do sequence and cording? Are all ZSK machines capable of doing chenille, sequence, and cording? Because if they're expensive because of the attachments, can you hook up a chenille attachment to any ZSK machine? I don't know. I would think not, but I have no idea. I think chenille is a totally different thing, but maybe somehow it can. I don't know. I don't have no experience with ZSKs at all, so I don't know. And how much is the new ZSK Sprint? How much is that? How much is the new, SWF? I'm getting no prices here, guys. You guys give me no prices. I went in to grab the stray thread and you went to grab a stray thread and it got me. Yo, listen, you have to stop the machine before you go ahead and try to grab a tail or trim a tail. All right. DJ Kev, a better quality. DJ Kev says, that which machine is better quality, DJ Kev? Listen, guys, this is my channel, right? I'm going to tell you guys watching this video. I'm going to say it again. It all boils down to how much money you're willing to spend to embroider the same shit. You're going to sell your product. DJ Kev, the product that comes off of your machine versus the product that comes off of anybody else's machine, as long as we have and we know how to use our machine and we have a moderate amount of experience and we can embroider something that looks fairly decent, we can dial in our machines. If we all have different machines and we can all dial in our machines, with your better quality product, you're not going to get more money for that product. A person is only going to spend but so much on a hat. If we all got the same design and we line them up, we all got the same designs, same file, and we line it up. We all got our machines dialed in. We embroider it and we line them up. Do you think that you're going to get more money for your hat than the hat from the other machine that's sitting right next to your hat? All for sale, next to each other, at an event, same design, same experience level, all of our machines dialed in. Your ZSK, your Tajima, your Barrington, your Ricoma, your Melco, your Ricoma, your buy machine, everybody's dialed in. Everybody's got their machine operating at maximum extreme precision capacity. Are you going to get more for your hat than mine because yours better what is better quality? No, bro. I can't subscribe to better quality because I've been in the Melco groups. I've been in the Tajima groups. I've been in the Barrington groups on Facebook. I've been in the Ricoma groups. I've been in the buy groups. And everybody embroiders significantly magnificent looking products. So I can't subscribe to better quality. I need to see something that shows it. The words better quality means nothing to me because I've seen better quality on all machines. So I can't subscribe to better quality. I need to see it, and I need to see that there's no other machine that can do it. And from what I've seen, all machines can do it. So I can't subscribe to that, bro. Sorry. DJ Kev says, nah, bro, there are cheap Chinese machines and products. I said that. Yes, there are cheap Chinese machines and products. There's also expensive Chinese machines and products. So I can't subscribe that just because it's from China, it's bad. That's BS. Not saying everything, but okay. So are there cheap Japanese products? That's the question. Question for you, DJ Kev. Are there cheap Japanese products? See, this is the thing here, right? I'm going to help you guys understand how this works. All right? And make it as simple as possible. If your company, regardless of where you come from, if your company puts out an enormous amount of product, right? And there's another company that puts out a moderate amount of product, who do you think is going to get the most complaints? It's common sense. Who do you think is going to get complaints? China provides more product for the entire world, arguably, than any other company, like technology-wise. So it makes sense that they would have the most complaints because they put out the more shit than everybody else, quite frankly. They put out more shit. So they've got more stuff, so they get more opinions. Other companies have less shit out, so they get less opinions because they have less shit out. Racoma has a bunch of shit out. They got a bunch of people that has no idea how these machines work because they did great marketing. They pushed out a bunch of shit. They got the most complaints. It's just common sense. Common sense is sometimes not so common. So that's why you need people like me to break it down. It just gets annoying because you guys got to like really think about what's really going on here. It's all boils down to how much money you're willing to pay to embroider the same shit. Why do you think? Anyway, let me continue on. All right. I bought a Pro EMB machine because a lot of name brand machines are made in China. Where's the Pro EMB machine made from? China is kicking our butts right now on technology. Bad Brad, that's all facts. For Chinese manufacturing, you choose the top tier quality. You can pay cheap and bad quality and more for good quality. That's the company's sources, manufacturing to choose. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So in China, you can get good quality stuff. You can get bad quality stuff. All the factories are made for China. I mean, all the factories are in China. Herb says, I like the Ford versus Chevy debate. I'm gonna leave that alone because all these new cars and trucks, as far as I'm concerned, is garbage. I like Smart Stitch because they have a larger machine to do hats and more, and still a reasonable price, and says it on Amazon, and I can get affiliate commission. All right. Hello, Alan. What's going on, Royal TJ? To be perfectly honest, the digitizing is what makes a machine top notch. Jesus Christ. See the confusion here, guys? Now DJ Kev is saying, to be perfectly honest, the digitizing is what makes a machine top notch. DJ Kev, respectfully, sir, what you're saying makes absolutely no sense. I'm sorry. It's the digitizing that makes the machine. So what you just said was, if I have a quality top tier digitized file, according to what you're saying, then I can take that file and put it on any machine and it'll embroider perfectly fine. So it's the digitizing makes any machine top notch. Okay, so maybe that does make sense. To be perfectly honest. Okay. If you have a quality digitized file, then you can put it on any machine and it'll embroider just fine. Okay. I have to agree with you. Especially, but I can also disagree with you at the same time, because if you have a novice on an embroidery machine and you give them a quality file versus a professional or somebody who has 10 years or even 5 years of experience, that novice is not going to have their machine as dialed in as somebody who spent 5 years on their machine. So that in that case, the digitizing would not make the machine great. It all boils down to the user. So I'd have to disagree with you on that, sir. It's not the digitizing, because the digitizing doesn't adjust the tension on the machine. The person, the user, has to have the machine dialed in. So it's not the digitizing, it's the user. It's always the user on all these machines. If you suck at embroidery, it doesn't matter if you have the top tier digitizer, you just suck at embroidering. You don't understand tension. You don't understand, you probably got your needle in backwards. You're probably getting thread breaks all the time. Like, if you're terrible, you make the machine suck. So that's just my personal opinion. Make sense, guys? I don't know. Yo, Levi keeps on saying he wants me to get a smart stitch. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's get a design and you digitize it and I'll digitize the stitch out and I'll show you the difference. Bro, I did that already. I got a machine where a guy used a Barrett and I used my Racoma MT1501, and you can watch the video. I saw no difference. People zoomed in and nitpicked. There was no difference, guys. I did this already. We can do it. I'm down. Email me, adubbproductions@gmail.com, ADUBB productions@gmail.com. Email me. Let's get it popping. But I want you to show yourself embroidering the design. I want you to show yourself on video embroidering the design. None of that, oh, I embroidered it, and then I make a video of me embroidering it. Your process has to be just as thorough as my process, because what I don't like on here, on this internet, on these mean streets of the internet, is I'll make a whole full-length video doing something and show people something working, and somebody will come in the comments and won't show shit. They won't show anything, and they'll just type, "Oh, that doesn't work." And everybody flocks to that comment. "Oh, well, so-and-so said it doesn't work." Bro, you just watched me do it. And you're going to side with this guy in the peanut gallery who doesn't even have one video on their YouTube video. So with that being said, if you want to do this, we got to do this properly, because word of mouth gets no respect. I respect something that I can see, feel, touch, and taste. So if you want to go there, we're going to go there. So I'm down. You can embroider something on your machine. I'll embroider the same thing on my machine, same file, and we can get it popping. Whatever. Let's do it. Let's make it happen, Captain. Let's make it happen, baby. Challenge accepted. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. All right. So moving on. I appreciate this live. Awesome, bro. No problem. Dub. You can get a buy 2-head V22. It's in your budget. Look at that. I can get a 2-head machine for my budget. Look, Bad Brads. The parts of the machine are all made by the same vendors, no matter what name is on the final product. Interesting. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that one manufacturer is making a high-end product and they're making a low-end, more affordable product. Like the high-end product might be all metal, and it might be the same product that might have a part of that being plastic, and half of it is plastic, half of it's metal, and one same product is all metal. I can see that. That absolutely makes sense from a manufacturer perspective, from a profitability perspective. You gotta, it's kind of like this in the economy, right? You got, I want to eat healthy versus I want to eat. I don't have enough money to eat healthy because eating healthy is expensive. You got, I have time to prepare my meals, and you got fast food, right? So you have to feed everybody. It's the same thing with these product manufacturers. You have to make your company be the most profitable. So you have to have high-end products and you have to have low-end products, because just like what's her face says, I want you to do the genome machine because not everybody has money for the high-end product, right? So she wants me to get a low-end product on the channel, and she's had a low-end product. I'm not crapping on your product, by the way, because this is sounding weird. She has a low-end product, but she's been using her low-end product for 10 years, manufacturing the same $10 hat. I mean, the $20 hat that we're embroidering on our high-end products. So, potato, you know, I don't know. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Pro EMB is Chinese. Agree to disagree. Yes, Rico Gonzalez. Oh, this is a wonderful live. I'm waving the white flag. I'm not trying to argue on here. I just want to give my perspective. It's not my money. Yo, DJ Kev, bro, don't wave the red flag. This is fun, bro. I want to do that challenge. Don't wave the red flag before we get it popping. Nah, man, we gotta do this. You called me out. We gotta do this. Let's do this. Let's do this, man. Same file. I'll provide the file. You embroider out on video. I embroider out on video. We get the products together. I don't know whether I ship it to you, whether you ship it to me, and we put it side by side. We can do a live. We can go do a split screen, do a close up, compare. Let's get it going, baby. You want to do it. Don't wave the white flag now. And we're not arguing. We're just debating and talking. All right, this is a friendly banter. That's all this is. Bro, I love this embroidery talk, but at the end of the day, we all know Racoma is king because they have the best machine, but because their promotion is top notch. Not because they have the best machine. Am I reading too fast? Yeah. King, not because they have the best machine, but because their promotion is top notch. Now, Levite, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. That's fair. Right. Now, I won't say that they have the best machine. I'd say that they're probably, it appears to be that they're the most profitable embroidery machine company because they have great promotion, and they probably sell the most machines out of every other company. It appears because they have great promotion and their products work at the end of the day. Racoma gets quality product, $20 hat, right? So, you know, that's what I'll say. I won't say any machine is the best machine. I can't say that. Right? But I appreciate what they did and what they've done and what they continue to do. And also what I will say is they have what I consider is the best support, even though people say things contrary. But support is not just calling somebody on the phone. Support is, how many videos do you have on your YouTube channel versus how many videos another company has on their channel? That's support also, right? Because you can Google a Racoma video and get some support, right? They have the most YouTube videos on their channel. Other companies got like some videos from like 20 years ago, right? And they're very sporadic. Racoma goes live, right? And they They answer questions, and they got the most machines out there. They got the most people using their machines. So with that being said, you have support not just from the company, but also from the users, right? So it's like it, and for you guys that just don't understand where I'm coming from, like I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, cause other companies just don't put in that much effort. It does. They just don't. They just don't. Like, I can't even find the price of a ZSK machine. Are you serious right now? Like, that's ridiculous. That's how much support they got. I can't even go on the internet with all this information and find a price without having to call in. Annoying. Yeah. I agree. Users need to be fully aware of this. Aware of his and her machine and how it works. I've looked up your videos as well as others, looked up details and are overlooked if my embroidery file isn't right. Yeah. It's more than just an embroidery file, man. So they have the best marketing and the richest media support. There we go. That's a good way to put it. Herb. Yes, definitely. I would love to join the contest as well. Team Beyond Everything. Let's do it. What machine do you have, sir? Let's do it. Join in. All right. I'm going to tell you guys when it's available. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so I can share the file with everybody that wants to get in on this actionis. So different machines can stitch out this file and we can get it popping. Looking forward to the challenge. Look, my boy disappeared. Where's he at? He's not even in the comments anymore, bro. Like, where are you, sir? Facts, Levi. Jesus. Bingo. Great support, structure, and community. Yes. And they have that goes some of this a vibe, bro. I'm not going to lie. No other company does that. And like, when I say it's a vibe, it's a really enjoyable experience. It's something that I look forward to every year. Like, so like they're unmatched when it comes to all that stuff. Like, I get excited just, you know what I mean? That is why I went with Racoma, because of their huge community support. And regardless of what anybody else says, it makes sense that sometimes they just can't get to you because they move so much volume, you know, and it's something that they're constantly working on, improving. I can't say the same for other companies because I have no idea what they're doing because they show absolutely nothing. When was the last time you've seen a ZSK video about how to embroider anything or how to do 3D puff or how to do anything? When was the last time you saw a Barrington video on how to do anything? Like, when was the last time they, as a company, went live? When was the last time you saw SWF or Tajima videos showing you how to do anything? I would say I hold my breath, but I might die. That's the reality. So that's how much they're lacking. That's how much they support you. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, there's no comparison. Okay, ZSK Sprint 6 head is 19,000 smuggles. It's a lot of money, bro. Like, that's a lot of money to embroider the same shit. Bro, I could spend 10,000 and, you know, get quality $20 hat. You're telling me to spend 19 smuggles to embroider a $20 hat. ZSK, send me a machine, because at this point, it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. You want me to spend $19,000 to embroider a $20 hat when I could spend $10,000 and embroider the same $20 hat? Sorry. No can do. No, I can't do it. It makes no sense. That's a stupid financial decision, to be quite frankly. To be frank, it's a stupid financial decision. Based off of what I know and what I've seen online, it's a stupid financial decision. That'll be that'll be financially irresponsible for me. Maybe big ballers, maybe not. I'm not big balling, so that'll be bad. The way my pockets work, 19 grand for a $20 hat. It's just the math is not. It just doesn't make any sense to me. All right, so now, if you can show me how to fix my belt on my 1501, it's slipping like DMX jam. I can come do your repair for you for a small, big fee, but I can't show you how to do it. I mean, it's obvious. You just take the machine apart and replace the belt, but doing it versus saying it is two different things. They showed me how to do it. I know how to do it. I'm a technician. I can come out and do it for you for a small, big fee. You know, yeah. Email me, adubbproductions@gmail.com. All right. On that subject, Racoma just announced a live to address the biggest embroidery headaches users face. Look at that. They're going live yet again to answer all your questions and to address the biggest embroidery headaches users face. So not only does Racoma go live to help their machines, they go live because you guys know a lot of this information is universal and it goes from machine to machine. So like, when was the last time your machine company went live and was live and had representatives for you to ask questions to? Let me answer that question for you. Never. Just saying. That's the type of support that you like. It's the type of support that we like. Just saying. It's a difference. All right. Yeah, for $19,000, you better be going live every day. Spend less money and get more lives. Spend less money, get more support. Spend less money, get more of everything. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, better stitch quality means nothing to me. Like that's not $19,000 for me. I need just as much, if not more, than I'm getting right now. All right, guys, I'm going to end this live. We've gone on long enough. On the matter, okay, why is this repeating itself? Okay, let me see. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're in the market to buy an embroidery machine, which none of you guys ever use anymore, use my Racoma affiliate link. It's not in the description now, but I'm going to put it there after this video goes live. Use my Racoma affiliate link to buy an embroidery machine in the description down below of this video. If you don't, I don't care. It doesn't matter anymore because I started my embroidery business and I'm doing pretty well for myself. But I wish you guys would use the links and it would encourage me to make more videos, but you guys just don't. You guys just go buy your machines and then, hey, I got this machine. Can you show me how to use it? Did you use my link? Oh, I didn't know you had a link. Okay, well, you got to pay to get me one-on-one versus if you would have used my link, then I'd have helped you out. But you didn't use my link and you could have spent the same amount of money and got to talk to me for free and I can help you out, but you don't want to use my link, so it's going to cost you a couple $100. Anyway, no problem, JSM. Thank you so much for joining in. It was such a treat to talk and debate with all of you guys. Let's do this again, and I'm waiting for my challenge email, because we got to make this happen, Captain, all right? So, next time you're deciding on your embroidery machine, just remember, how much money are you willing to spend to embroider the same shit?